Okay, this should be working. Anyways, today, simple video. Just wanted to show y'all how I do faces. And I actually don't have a reference for this. Whoops, I do. Hold on, give me a sec. Alrighty, okay, so I got my reference pulled up. I usually just go to Pinterest, just grab whatever face looks interesting to you. Right now, it's not really so much of a face tutorial. I guess it's more of a sketch tutorial. I'm still very new at this. Not I say that I've been drawing for 2 years, but it's, it takes a minute to get really good. So sometimes, if you ever feel like your drawing is bad, don't worry about it. You just got to keep doing it. And eventually you'll get better. What I like to do first is what I'm kind of doing right now is kind of just try to get the general shape of it. Obviously, we're going to start out with a circle down here, go to the line down here, and then I draw the chin, right? I have kind of these very sketchy lines, very like, my circle isn't perfect. I don't have like this perfect circled line drawn there. No, like I kind of just get a feel for it here and then go down. This is the way I approach things because I learned from my friend, and he's more of a painter, right? And so for him, has all these like very scratchy lines like this, and he'll do this, right? But it doesn't really matter because he just, at the end of the day, he'll go here and then just start painting over it, right? And when you do that, then you don't really need precision lines, right? And obviously to start off, just try to get your general shape down, right? Because you can always go back here, especially on Procreate or, any other program, and just go here, right, and do this. And then this is just an example, by the way, but you could always go here and just drop this down, right? And then you're like, oh, okay, this line that's kind of sketchy, I can do that and that and that, and then you can make better lines, right? But just when you're starting out, you can do the other way. Anyways, back to what we were saying. Just try to get a general outline. I like to like kind of trace over it first just to see where exactly things are going to go and how things are going to be, right? So we see the circle up here, right? And then, let me grab a pen. So this is your circle up here where we start off, and our lines for the chin, the ear, and then the neck, right? So now, when you do this on, digital, or you're going for the first time, we can get rid of these. And let's just say you were looking at the reference. I have it pulled up on my computer so I can look up here. You're gonna just try to do the same thing. So now you're just using your eyes. And from what I learned watching a lot of Sam Does Art, he's really good, by the way. I recommend Sam Does Art. I like that man. It's just getting really used to your eyes, right? So your eyes are kind of your tool here, and all you're doing is trying to figure out the shapes of a face, right? And you can go online and there's quite a different ways, right? This is, to me, the most basic one and how I seem to get it. And, everyone else is a little different. So if you find another method, then just use it, whatever you find. And so anyways, this next going to go pull in here, right? So we're just doing the same thing. Same thing we just did, right? Just now we're just looking at it further away, or you're looking at it a little bit more often. I'm going to go down here and draw this, and then pull up like that, right? Like I said, it can be scratchy. It don't need to be perfect. Mine is not going to come out perfect. I'm not the best artist in the world or anything. So we're just trying to get the general shape of it down. Ooh, I did that on... That's a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. Well, too bad. We're going to get this done. Anyways, we're going to go here for the ear, right? And so if our ear was here, right, and then... So that leaves... No, so that should be a bit lower, right? Because if we go back here, right, and we look... So this is where our eyes are here. Our ear kind of is poking out right here in the middle. So we had our ear a little bit too high up. We had it like right here, right? So let's see. We had it about right here. So that's a little bit too far up because then that's pushing towards our, it's called forehead. So we don't want it to be there. So we need it to be a little bit lower, a little bit lower. It can start here, but it needs to aim a little bit downwards. like this, right? And honestly, I don't love the shape of that. That's maybe a little bit better, but not completely in love with it. And then we do have like a little slight ear over here. It's not completely out, so we'll just draw like a little shape of it. And this looks rough. This looks nothing like her face. This doesn't look anything like her. Y'all are probably thinking, man, this guy is scamming us. And you probably aren't wrong, you know? But I'm just trying to get y'all to do something. Pushes you out your comfort zone a little bit, right? You're going with the leg 9s, right? We can go here. Here's 1. There's 2. This is part of the neck, but it's kind of the back. She's kind of at an angle, right? If we really look it down, she's down here. Eyes are looking this way, right? But then that's her face. So it's a little bit different. And I honestly struggle with these. I am still learning very much how to look at the face when it's turning in different directions, right? So let's see if I can pull this off. Go here, down, right? And then here we're gonna have, so if this is kind of the neck here, this is gonna be where the t-shirt is. And it goes curled here. And then over here, this goes here. This guy has to go up here. And then the t-shirt's gonna go kind of this way. And then we go back like that. Okay. So now we kind of got this underlying shape, right? It's coming a little together now. You kind of see it. So now we go like, okay, now let's go and add, let's say, these eyes, right? So here's our ear. Like we said, the ear is kind of in the middle. Our nose should be lower than it. If our line's right here, then our nose should be right here. So go here. Go here, a little thing here, and then out here. Not great with noses. I'm like not my favorite thing to draw in the world, but pretty much you just kind of want to get this shape, right? And then you can do this with shading. So maybe a little bit more curled, but yeah, kind of go up right here, and then a little bit there. Now we can go to the eyes. So our eyes, everyone just does circles, right? You don't want to do a circle. You kind of have this end line here, going out this way, coming back, going in, like that, right? And then you have a little crease up here. And then you have these, right? So you want your little crease here. Let me double check. Yeah, okay. Double checking, right? And then you go out here. And my recommendation, honestly, is just do your eyes at the same time. Don't do, you know, don't think about it too much. Ooh, rough. It's okay. It's okay. Don't think about it too much. But yeah, just you're going in, and then you're going out, and then here, right? If they look slightly off, you can tweak and fix it, and I find that helps as well, right? You add a little crease up here. This kind of gives you the impression of the little eyelid, right? This little crease. Okay, so now this is looking more like a human being, right? It's still not there, but it's a bit better than what it was, right? Obviously, you have your nose goes here, right? You can shade it in. And I, for one, am not great at realistic human faces, but you got to practice it, You got to work on it. It's the only way to get better. All right. So now it's kind of looking like her. We can do the eyebrows here, which if we look, I kind of like doing these lines like this, going up to kind of get like a base layer, really, and then start adding a little bit more shape towards the end, and then you kind of get this eyebrow outline like that. Obviously, hers are a bit thicker, so we probably want to add a little bit more too. So same thing with this. Go here. And kind of, look at your reference. Make sure, try your best that it's following the same direction. Right? Doesn't need to be perfect, but just try your best to follow it. And hey, if you mess up, it's okay. Don't erase it. Just try again or finish it. I honestly recommend finishing the drawing even if you don't like it, just because it works that muscle memory into whatever you did. And honestly, you can tell here, well, it is a little bit raised, but it's not perfect. These eyes are a little bit uneven. It's not the greatest looking drawing in the world. I'm not going to win any prizes or anything, but it's something that we like and we, look at and we're working at. Right here, we did the first iris. Let me draw the inside of the eye right there. Then right here, same thing, her other eye. It's a little bit closer to here. There's like a little gap, but not much. So we're going here and here. And then we go inside, draw the little circle. Right, it's gonna all be black at the end. And then go out here for the mouth. She has a little, let's do the lips first. So for mouth, I kind of figured this out a little bit late. I say late, we're a little differently. You go here, you kind of have a little indent in the middle always. And you go out here. You kind of have like a little McDonald's pyramid going on. And then it creases out. And then you have this lip in the middle. And you can go out here. And maybe that's too thick, right? Her lip's a bit smaller, so I'll probably adjust it here. And go out this way. Right? Boom. Lip. Now, you take a step back. We're about halfway point here, where I was checking the recording. We can take a step back and immediately we can notice a few errors, right? A few mistakes here. Let's go ink in. Yeah. Okay, so a few mistakes. Already looking at the reference here and looking at my drawing, I can tell quite a few things are off. One, obviously this eye is crazy. It probably should be a bit lower, right? Probably should lower down a little bit. The nose is not too bad, but it could be a bit better. Obviously in this middle section, we're missing a little bit from hers. I'm actually happy with the neck. I'm actually really happy with how the neck turned out. This to me is pretty good. It's not too bad. Obviously, we still need to work on like the t-shirt, but other than that, it doesn't look too shabby. I'm not happy with the eyebrows here, right? Obviously, they need a little bit more shape and definition, but it's not something we need to worry about. And then the ears are a little bit off, right? Now, if you're trying to learn more about art, or you're trying to get more, or you're trying to get better at it, stopping once in a while and just re-looking at your reference and making these small little notes, right, helps out. Usually what I like to do is I go here and I just write, hey, I is high, right? You can do this in a sketchbook. You can do this wherever you want. On Procreate, just write another layer. You can go here. I is high, right? I don't really recommend fixing it yet. I honestly just, like I said originally, finish the drawing. Just write it down though. Definitely keep a mental track of it, right? You don't want to forget about it, because if you ever want to be like, okay, well, what did I do wrong? In the moment, you know exactly what you did wrong because you're looking at the reference, right? But if you let it go and then you come back to it, you're going to be like, oh, wait, what did I do here, right? But if you leave these notes, you're like, oh, there's a note here. Oh, okay, that's what I did wrong. The eye was a bit high. This could be better. This could be better, right? So take notes. Stop once in a minute. Take a little breath. Look at the drawing. Be like, okay, I see what I did wrong, and I need to fix it. But now that you've done that, moving on here, right? So, fun part, hair. I love hair. I love hair. I'm so enthusiastic. I love hair. I honestly, is my favorite thing to draw. No, It is not. It is not my favorite thing to draw. There's a lot of other things I'd rather be drawing than hair. But it is part of the human body, unfortunately. We aren't naked animals. As much as I wish we were. No, 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 no. We are not. So yeah, just you go down here. From what I get so far, from my understanding and the videos I've seen, you want to get the simple shape of a down, right? So again, her hair is going here, and it does cut in between the eyebrows a little bit like this, right? And obviously we know it's covering up her ear here, and then it's going out and then back up, right? Obviously we have a little indent here, and then it's going out this way, forming that. And then over here it's going out like this, coming around the ear, wrapping out around the other way, and folding here. Okay, and then obviously we have the inside. Now you might be saying, "Wow, this still looks pretty rough." Yeah, this is really just a sketch. We're trying to get the simple shapes of it all. I'll probably show you guys an end product later, but this is just trying to get y'all started. Trying to get us started in doing something, right? This is my favorite part. You go back in, remove all your guidelines once you kind of get a gist for it. You can do this earlier if you want as well. I kind of just like leaving it towards the end because you get this nice little finish here. Is a little satisfying. But you probably should want to do it before you start drawing on the eyes and everything. But there you go. Look at that. And now it looks a lot better. We missed out the hair part here, kind of the back. So there's let's see, that's right here. Boom. And now, like I said, these notes. Gotta work on that. But yeah, anyways, as you can see, that's kind of the gist of it. It's not a perfect face drawing. There's still a lot more to go on from here, but this is kind of the basic, right? And if you kind of get this basic one down, you can kind of practice it and get a little bit better and get a little bit better and get a little bit better. These are some of my other ones, and they're still a bit rough. You can see they're rough. It's pretty rough, you know. We can go back and there's other examples and stuff like that, but it's difficult. Faces are difficult. It's like, to me, it's hard, and you know, definitely got to work on it. But just adding this, and then from here, all you need to do is just keep adding stuff. Just keep adding a little bit details and trying to fix things. Make a little bit more corrections. Fix the eye. See if I can use the lasso tool. Let's see. I never really tried this. Ooh. Nope. Yeah, see, I don't do Procreate like that. But yeah, just try to fix things, right? If this eye was a little bit wrong, well then let's go back in here and tweak it up a little bit. Let's erase it, and let's say, hey, okay, so we have the eye going here, right? Again, a little indent here, and going out here. Ooh, that's rough. That is rough. That is one ugly looking drawing, but hey, it is working. Ooh, my goodness. I love paper so much more. I'm not gonna lie. This digital stuff might not be for me, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. But there you go. The eye's a bit better. It's not perfect, right? But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that video. I know it's probably already a bit long. If you stayed towards the end, hey, great for you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll drop a fully rendered one at the end of this, just so you guys can see how that looked. But yeah, hope you guys have a good one. I'll see y'all later. Peace.